Well, my earliest recollection of broadcast radio goes back to World War II, when I was a young boy in the Boy Scouts. And my Boy Scout troop needed some publicity on a wartime project. So I ventured out to KTRB and figured maybe I'd get some publicity. I ran into Carol Glass, who ran the local young program for on a Saturday morning. She said, hey, you know, I need to introduce you to Cecil Lynch, our program director. So he took me into Cecil, and Cecil said to me, I explained what I wanted. He said, can you type? I said, yeah. He points to a typewriter, hands me a sheet of paper, type me a story. So I did. He said, very good. I'll read this on the air on the new news. Stick around. You get to hear the broadcast. I did. He invited me to the news booth. He read the story. He said, come back sometime, and we'll introduce you to what's going on here at the station. So periodically, I would come back to the station, and after a while, one thing led to another, and they allowed me to do little chores around the station. Eventually, I got to where they'd let me do a newscast now and then. Well, after a while, I kept doing this, and pretty soon they said, well, hey, we'll let you do this on a part-time basis. So one thing led to another, and I got my little feet wet into broadcast radio. It was a very interesting time in the early days of radio. It was a lot different than it is now. Radio was a different time and a different era. We did everything on the fly. Basically, what we did on our own. About the time that, toward the end of the war, some of the people were returning from service. And one of them included the news director, Gene Ricardo. When Gene would go on vacation, they'd ask me to sit in for Gene and type news stories and things of this sort. So I got paid for doing that, especially in the summertime. Then one thing led to another. When they were short of people, they said, okay, we need to have you work full-time. Well, I had to work. By that time, I was going to Modesto Junior College. So, well, okay. After the college would come in, you worked the evening news shift. So I did. That lasted for some time. Eventually, I left and went to work for KBOX, and there as a general assignment newsman. Later went on to San Francisco State, then came back and went to work for KBOX again, this time as news director. Was there for a while. In between time, I did a little stint at KTOR in Turlock, a radio station in Turlock. And those are my earliest recollections of some of my really interesting experiences in radio. I must emphasize that everything we did in those days was key to local events in the community. Whether it be a parade, whether it be some event, we did that. So that was basically some of my early recollections of radio.